Thank you. So hi everyone, and thank you for being here today. So I'm sharing my global gap on Italy, and I live in Lazio. That is a region in the middle of Italy, and inside Lazio there's Rome, that is the capital of Italy. And these are some photos of like Lazio in general, and so you can see Rome, the Trevi Fountain and the Colosseum, and also Palmarola, that is like a beautiful island near Rome, and together with Ponza and Zannone is really, really beautiful, and the sea is amazing. So I don't live in Rome, but I live in Latina. That is a city near Rome, and Latina is like is big, but it's not so big, and it's really modern because it was just founded in 1932. So inside you can find really like monuments or something like really important historical, because it doesn't have a history behind, and everything like is new, and people hang out a lot in the city center and with all the churches, and it's really modern. So you can find like a lot of malls, but it doesn't have traditions because all the people that live in Latina are from other part of Italy. But I also live in Fondi, because like my entire family live in Fondi, and my parents were born there. Fondi is really old, and there's a lot of history behind, from like the Empire Roman, and it's smaller than Latina, and it's more typical. And for this reason, I present like the food typical of Fondi. So you can see the first photos. They are called cicciarelli, and they're like a sweet that my grandma makes for carnival time. And then we have pasta e fagioli, that is like pasta with beans. And the third one is a cake made with apples. Then we have mozzarella cheese, and then in the back you can see the chiffon, that is like a sweet, so a dessert. And the other one is a sausage that is really spicy. Then carbonara, that is so typical of Rome. And also tortano, that is like a dessert that we make during Christmas time and winter time. So this is my family. I don't have really a big family from my dad's side, but I have a bigger one from my mom's side, because she has a brother and a sister, and I love spending time with my cousins. And I have also a younger sister, and she is 12, so she goes in middle school. And this is my high school. So in Italy, you have the opportunity to to choose like different type of high school. My high school is a scientific one, so I study like physics, math, chemistry, biology, and I study these same subjects for all the 5 years of high school. We are at school from 8 to 2 p.m. and we have two breaks of 10 minutes where you can eat a snack or something really like fast. We don't have lunch as you do. We have oral tests like every day, because every day the teachers are explaining something, and the next day they are doing like a test on what they explained the day before, and also on what they explained like days and days before. And we don't have the possibility to play sport inside the school. We have like a cafeteria where you can buy lunch or a snack, or if you have to stay longer, because the school offers some possibilities, because you can take some courses like English, Japanese, or biomedicine. You can participate also in the Olympic Games. And after the 5 years of high school, we have an important test that is called maturità, and you take like a part is oral, and there is also a written part like in Italian, and the the subject of the type of high school that you're studying. So for example, in my case is math and physics. These are some photos of my school. So there's the cafeteria, the gym, there is a science lab, and the theater. Something that is so typical of Italy is that like every year, not so much now with COVID, but every year there's like a trip in high school. And last year, me and my classmates went to Greece, and we visited all the monuments, but we also had a lot of fun because we had the chance to stay in a beautiful hotel with a big pool. And now I'm presenting the holidays. So the most popular holiday in Italy is probably Christmas, and we celebrate the 24th with Eve with a dinner. The 25th there's a lunch, and then the 26th is Santo Stefano, and with panettone and colomba, and we have also the tree. And then there's Easter. On Easter Sunday we have a lunch with colomba and chocolate eggs, and the day after is called Pasquetta, that is like Little Easter, and we usually hang out outside with friends if it is a good day. We have also Patriots Day, because every city or town has like a saint who celebrate one time for a year. For example, for Latina is San Marco, that is celebrated on April 25th. And then there's Carnevale, that is like in February, and is an holiday where usually children dress up and we eat a lot of frappe. So these are some photos with my friends. Like the first photo there, it was like in a park that is similar to Six Flags here, but it's so much smaller. And then like there are some other photos of other moments. And then the last one here is like they made like a party for me when I came here, and they made a cake with the US there. And these are some other photos. So the Italian summer, I think, is so much different from the summer that you have here, because in Italy no one really works, like of my friends. So we usually go to the beach like every day with the friends or with the families, and we play sports, or we swim, or we ate pizza with the sunset. And after going to the beach, we usually hang out in the city center. So sometimes we eat gelato, we have aperitif, or we just sit and talk. And we go to parties that sometimes are on the beach and sometimes inside like the clubs, but in summer is more common going to party on the beach. And these are some photos. So like the pizza with the sunset, and that was my 16th birthday, and like parties, and this is my summer. And then I wanted to talk about my familial tradition. So we, like in this plate, there's kind of everything that we made. So tomato sauce, olive oil, tuna, fish, and bread. We made a tomato sauce like in August every year, and my grandfather usually does it like for a week, but I do just like a day. And we make also olive oil and bread. And this is like tuna fish, because my dad has a passion for fishing tunas. And so like during the year, we made tuna fish inside the jar with the oil, and this is it.
Claudia shared a very lot with us in a very quick amount of time. I know we're going to have some questions from her before we have a little treat that she brought. You want to tell us what eventually we'll have?
So there we have prosciutto and melone, and it's like so melon with prosciutto. And it's something really typical of Italy, because during summer it's something really refreshing that you like to have after going to the beach or when you're at home, and it's really, really good.
So let's open it up for questions from our audience today. Okay, I think I'll just take it.
What's the heaviest tuna your dad ever caught?
The heaviest tuna.
The largest tuna.
I don't know what to say, because we have kilograms. So it's probably, I think, 70 kilograms, but I don't have idea of what is it in. Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Where does he go to?
In the Mediterranean Sea.
And does it take him a long time to?
It depends on the tuna. Sometimes it's like also a lot of hours. Sometimes it's quicker, maybe like half an hour. It depends really on the day.
I gotta ask about this.
This page just This page makes me want to come and visit your house. But think about just spending some time making your own olive oil or your own breads. Just the homemade sense of the food that you can have in Italy is just really special.
Yeah.
Other questions for Claudia? Good. You know?
Wait, is that bunch of fish?
What?
What's that over there?
What? What did you say?
know what's the bread?
What type of bread is that?
Oh, it's normal bread, like with flour.
What's the name of that bread?
Pane.
Pane. That's great. Pane.
I have a question.
Yes.
So we talked about Claudia coming in as a senior here in the middle of the year. How does that work for you as far as what you have missed at home? And you talked about the maturità, which you'll go back and take. But how is it working for you, missing things or your timing with school, and how has that been, just in general, sort of leaving from Italy and then coming here with your studies?
Like here, school for me is so much easier, especially because like you don't have like oral tests every day, and so it's so less stressful. And I think it's better in this way because you don't have all the stress that like having oral tests every day at school give it to you.
So talk about those oral tests, because you speak so nicely here. How does an oral test work?
So basically an oral test is like the teacher explains to you something. So like for example in Italian, an author, and then you have an oral test about that author, so about his life, about what he wrote, and you have to explain like everything. And sometimes you can just like have like say things, but the teacher is going to ask more questions, and so it can be harder because you don't know what she's going to ask to you. And sometimes they really ask small things. Small details.
Is that one-on-one, or is it?
It depends on the teacher. Sometimes you can stay at your desk. Sometimes you have to go like there where she is.
Putting on the spot. Put you on the spot. That's great. Other questions?
Where else have you gone other than Greece?
With the school? Yeah. So with the school, I've done other trips, but they were inside Italy. So like Naples and Rome, and yes, these. And we didn't have the chance to do other trips because for COVID, we were inside the school like for the first and the second year of high school. I did some trips with the middle school, and we went to England and Malta. I don't know if you know Malta. And yeah, this is it, yeah.
That's exciting, right? Trips abroad, always very good. Any other questions for Claudia before we get our picture and get to enjoy some of the treat she has? Oh, great.
What's your favorite part about America?
I don't know. Probably like the school, because it's really like less stressful, and it's like a different type of place where you are, and you don't feel like that anxiety, and like you don't feel like sad about going to school.